Alright, greetings folks. This is a BlackWeasel, and this is my video game review of Knack II for the PlayStation 4. This is a sequel towards the first Knack that came around the time the PlayStation 4 console came out, which was in 2013, November. I'll be frank, aside from the great games of this generation such as Bloodborne, Uncharted 4, The Witcher 3, Persona 5, Dark Souls, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Killzone Shadowfall, what was truly missing from this generation was a memorable mascot and a significant force that allies itself really closely with the PS4. What I meant by that was how a cornerstone main character from one game could be set in stone with PlayStation. Comparisons like Sega has Sonic the Hedgehog, while Nintendo has Mario. And for Sony, for the PlayStation 1, during the 90s, it was Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, and maybe Gecko. This is where Knack tries to fill the void as a fun and vibrant mascot that even children will like. What sets Nintendo on its own regarding the quality of games was the characters themselves. Mario, Pokemon, Metro, and Link. What gives the PlayStation strength is the massive amount of games that any individual can get themselves into. And this is where I believe that Knack II was trying to get into the pool of fun cartoon-type characters that everyone will like, whether they are young or old. And, well, for the record, Knack II doesn't have a major punch, but a bunch of attacks to make a name for itself. Anyway, this game is basically Pixar, Ratchet & Clank, and God of War for children, for simple reasons. And Knack is not an anti-hero or trying to get revenge on someone like Kratos. He is saving the world from the next monster villain that shows up out of nowhere. And in this game, we are going with nasty goblins. Yeah, because goblins are awful and ugly looking. He's joined by a teenager and an old man who sit by and watch him beat the crap out of goblins from time to time. There are slow motion scenes and here and there when it comes to dealing the final blows to bosses that remind me a lot of God of War. Like the slow motion scenes where you watch a small scene and then you have to press the right button, and you have to have great reflexes as well. That remind me a lot of God of War. This game is about how the goblins from the previous game that are relying on ancient machines from the past to use it for their benefits. So that way they can destroy the world again. But this story is a lot deeper than what it makes itself out to be. It's kind of lackluster, and the game tries to dwell on the main character's own problem, Lucas's own problems, to give it more meaning. But I really didn't care much, since for me, I like to beat them up parts and platforming and Knack a lot more. The sounds were pretty good, but not really memorable. I feel as though that you should have cartoon type sounds, but at the same time, I'm not 11. I rented this game from the local video store, and so I had to really return it the next day because I knew this would be on the same length as the first Knack. This game took me around 13 hours to finish the story, and I played it from September 5th towards the 6th. So it took me less than a day to finish the game, around like 13 hours. Yep, that is it.